We have quarterly membership classes, usually on the first Saturday of the month. It's a 3.5 hour class. We get ready for it. Of course, we've been tracking them ever since they came in the door, right? As we approach the next class, we do a mass mailing, personally signed in ink. I mean, it's not a form letter. It's one of those MS Word merges. The text is about the same, but somebody's gone through and sent them this stuff. Every Sunday, any Sunday, you can sign up for the upcoming class. You know, on any Sunday you're there, you know when the next class is. That will be your next opportunity to sign the book. And we don't generally let people sign the book unless they're part of these classes. I mean, occasionally if we need to do something, we do. But it builds a sense of camaraderie and team spirit amongst the class of August or the class of November and that sort of thing. Okay, the class itself, Saturday morning, you'll see the structure there. Our intention here is to instill a sense of teamship amongst them, and give them some information about the Unitarian Church. Now, for those of you here before we started, we have a Jeopardy game that we had up here, but the columns of the Jeopardy questions, some of them, who is my minister, who is my associate minister, if you haven't met her yet, but what happens every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock? It's not quite like that, but you describe the meditation group or the women's group or any one of the activities as just reinforcement of what all the opportunities are available to them. We give them a handout with a list of... I talked to a church that had 70 committees in their congregation. You want to engage these guys in the committee. You want them to do something, but 70? We took our list of 28, which I thought was a lot, and we grouped it. So, here's the social justice stuff, here's the spiritual stuff. Give them a list, here's when they meet, here are your contacts, here's what they do. So that happens as part of the regular Saturday orientation. They go through the process. We tell them you don't have to sign the book if you don't want to. After they sign the book, we take their picture, we write a little bio about them, we publish it in the newsletter with their picture, and we name their mentor. That's my job, is to match up the new members with somebody in the congregation that will be their mentor. We call them connection coach. And like Ken's church, we frequently take people from about a year ago, that would be 4 classes ago, and say, you should plan on being a coach for somebody coming down the pike. Because that's their way to engage. They're that much newer than the other person. But we try to match based on demographics, geography, young family. You try not to be too obvious, gay person. But when you make the match, it happens to be my job, although I work with the committee, you talk to the person who's going to be the coach, and the people going through the class know they're going to get a coach. They can opt out, but we strongly encourage that they do. We say, well, try to find someone. You can't make people be friends either. And I tell that to the coaches. A lot of the coaches do become very good friends. I want you to become friends. I want you to become spiritual friends. But your role is to be a first point of questions if the other guy has any questions at all about the church. Twice a year we have a 3-week session. We call it UCH 101. One of the ministers will do one session. A member of the board will do another session. And the intent there is to let the new people become better acquainted with things that are going on. And you know what? Old-timers come to these classes too, because our church is growing so fast, and it's changing so fast, that is frequently their best source of information. So our process there, we track them coming to the door, we capture them in those first few minutes, we're tracking them all through the quarter, we get them to the class, we run them through the class, and now we've made a match as we try to lead them into deeper community with the church. And then we talk about them. And I think that's the subject for the next slide. Thanks.